welcome to Cooking on the Farm. I'm Rachel, and today I am making enchiladas. Okay, this was actually a request from our youth pastor at our church. I do the meals for the youth once every other month, every couple months, something like that. And so the request is enchiladas. And then it happened to be his birthday last week, which I was supposed to do it last week, but then they moved it to this week. So I am making him his favorite apple pie. I will not show that in here, but David will put a link into it from when I made it before. So come on in, I'll show you my ingredients. You're gonna need tortillas, enchilada sauce, rice, green chilies, some sort of a meat, some sort of a bean, onions, cheese, corn if you desire. For spices, you're gonna need 2 teaspoons of cumin, half teaspoon salt, half teaspoon pepper, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder. Okay. I only have a teeny bit left. There we go. So I have my rice in here. This is jasmine rice. I following the directions on the bag. I'm gonna grab about a tablespoon of butter and about a 3-finger pinch of salt, which is about half a teaspoon. All right, so butter in.
Oh yeah.
3 fingers, about a half. I'm gonna go a teaspoon. It might be a little scant, but yeah. All right, the reason I put my butter in is I feel like it makes the rice not so stick to the bottom and stick to each other. It kind of makes it a little bit more friendly in the pot. Okay, that's gonna do its thing. I'm going to grab my hamburger and start frying this up. I am doing a pretty good sized batch. 3 pounds of hamburger, and I am just sticking it in my cast iron and browning it all up. I wanna get some good flavor on this so that I can start adding all the other things to it. So remember, when you are cooking meat, I don't care what it is, season it when it's raw. Don't season it after. Because if you wait, it will not be able to take on the flavor. You'll have to keep adding salt and pepper and all those things. So I am literally, I don't have a taco seasoning mix. So I am going to kind of make one in here as I go. So it's for each pound of hamburger, this goes for pretty much every meat. For each pound, it is a half a teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon and a half. All right, make sure when you're seasoning stuff, you are sprinkling it all over, not just in one spot. So if you have a taco seasoning, go for it, use that, okay? I'm gonna do about a half a teaspoon to a full teaspoon of pepper. I'm gonna taste this in a little bit. So I am just gonna start adding my seasonings. This is onion powder. I don't have much cumin left, so I am giving it all I got. That was a scant half. I would love to do a full teaspoon of cumin. I love cumin. So I have different kinds of chili powder. This is like, whoo, hello. This is a sweet chili powder. Not sweet, but it's not spicy. It's more of a smoky. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of that. Where's my one? This one is a spicy one. It's a cayenne mix. I'm gonna do a scant half of that one. Paprika, I'm just gonna do a shake. Probably, quarter teaspoon. Got my gripper. And I'm just gonna keep chopping away at this until it is fully cooked. Probably gonna stir my rice here too. Because I put in all those seasonings and sprinkled them all over, I'm pretty confident that they're all mixed around. So I don't need to do a lot of stirring. And a lot of people say they don't want to season their meat because they have to drain it. Well, you're still searing in that flavor. So to each their own, but I like to season my meat thoroughly while I'm still cooking it. This is not brown. This is like what some people call brown. There's a teeny little bit pink in here, but this is not brown yet. You actually want to see crispy little bits on here. All right, guys, so best way I've found to do the degreasing is you take a paper towel, or several of them in this case, fold them over pretty good, shove all your meat to one side, and then shove this in here. So I am just going to continue doing this until I get it all, or most of it, taken out. So I'm going to open a quart and 2 pints. 2 pints equal a quart. For those of you who don't know, a quart on average is 4 cups. A pint is 2 cups. 4 cups would take us right to the neck. This guy's 2 cups and he's full, and this guy's just shy. I'm gonna drain these over my sink. All right, guys, so I am just dumping my beans in, well, it's my big oven turkey roaster. I put a little bit of the fat that I had taken out of here back in here just to help those onions get a little bit softer. Because the onions don't have seasoning, I'm just gonna do a touch. 3-finger pinch. Teeny bit of pepper. I try to season every layer. I probably should have seasoned them before I mixed them in, but you know, I'm not perfect. So I am going to take out quite a bit of this and just lop it on here. These are some tomatoes that I had from in the freezer from last year. They were whole. I defrosted them. I am just chopping them up. I'm gonna dump this in there. I did not put that in the ingredients. This is kind of an extra because I'm not putting a lot of salsa in here. Actually, I'm not gonna put any salsa in here because I figure I'll let the kids, if they want salsa, do that. So some of these tomatoes were Cherokees, which are like a black tomato. So that's why they look kind of funny. I find if you spread it out, it's easier to mix things properly. So I want to get all those bits off, which is called fawn. So my students that were here today, woo! That is flavor that we want. My co-op class came to the house today. We made sausage gravy and it was phenomenal. This is where you got to get on a stool. I'm gonna have a farm boy bring me a stool and I'm just gonna get to mixing. Needs salt. My beans, I did not salt very much. And the rice, I did not salt. Some garlic powder, not too much. Let's go onion powder. This is that sweet chili. Probably gonna put probably a teaspoon in there. So remember, these are gonna be doused with enchilada sauce also. So that does add a lot of flavor to it. Guys, I am gonna pull half of this out for our family. We're gonna make a bunch of freezer meals because we have vacations coming up this summer. And then I'm gonna add the corn to the rest of this. So what I like to do is pour a little bit of my sauce in the bottom just so things don't stick. I kind of give it a little stir. And then literally all I do slap some cheese in there. then you roll. And then you set it in there. I could have mixed the cheese in there. I just feel like you get more portion this way. Okay, and I'm gonna, as I go, I'm gonna squidge them back this way toward me. I'm literally going to cover this. Gonna use pretty much a whole jar. And then, this is really weird, it's kind of a weird thing that I do. So I like to use a brush and make sure you get every sauce on everything. If you don't do this part, I mean, you don't have to use the brush, but if you don't get sauce on everything, it will get really crispy and almost kind of yucky. I don't like it when the burrito shell gets super crispy. So once it's covered, I take some cheese and I just zhuzh. So because these are going to the church tomorrow, I'm gonna cover them with foil and put them in my fridge and then pull them out. They'll take about half hour. Just you wanna get the internal temperature up. And that's all you gotta do, and melt the cheese. So I'm gonna move this to the other table and get the rest of these done. You will notice that there are two different colors in here. I have some gluten-free ones that are the green ones. They're spinach. I couldn't find the regular, the tan looking tortilla ones. So the green ones are gluten-free. The rest are flour. I have gluten allergy, intolerance, whatever you want to call it, celiac, whatever. I can have a little, like mine can touch theirs. The cheese most likely has flour on it. So I can have a little bit. So this is not going to make me sick. So because this is actually still warm, I'm going to throw this in a 350-degree oven, and it's probably only going to take 15-20 minutes because it's still warm. But if you're pulling it out of the fridge, it's probably going to take a good half hour, 40 minutes. I'm not covering it, but if you were pulling it out of the fridge, I would cover it for about 15 minutes, and then I'd pull the cover off so it can get bubbly and golden brown. The first one, it's like a piece of pie. It is a little tricky to get out. Oh gosh, it's so good. The tortilla is tender, but it's got a little kind of a chew to it. It's absorbed all those flavors. I can't tell it's a gluten-free. I can't even tell it's spinach flavored. So if I were gonna eat dinner, I would eat, but it's, like I said, it's super late. I may take a couple more bites though. All right, from my kitchen to yours, I hope you guys have a great day. God bless.
Two.
Just following the directions on the pot. I'm gonna grab a little bit of salt. Woo! Thank you, sir. I inhaled the onion powder. Or garlic powder. Where's my phone? Really? Don't fog up the camera. Come on. Work with me. That kind of thing. I have glove hand of rice. It's great. Flinging food as, I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Are you sure you're not going to eat today?
So if you don't want, a facial. I fill them up, I fold it over, and then I just keep rolling it. That's what's different. Oh, I forgot the cheese. Dag nabbit.